Good morning. I think I'm right on time, and I'm going to give it a minute or two to see if anybody jumps on. But what's good about this morning is it will be recorded, so if you missed it, you can catch it pre-recorded but live later. Um, Using my headset today in hopes of being able to block out some of the sounds around me. We'll see if that works. So, I am Leslie Geller from Geller Coaching, and I'm a business coach. And one of the things that I love to do is lead the Mastermind Group, and that is what I'm going to share with you today. And I have that it is exactly 10 o'clock. So, if people jump on late, that's fine with me. I'm going to just talk as much as I can, and as questions pop up, I'll be sure and answer them. If they don't, I'm going to try to answer some questions that I know people have asked me before. So I hope you get something out of it today. And if you are watching this for yourself, great. I hope you figure out whether this is something that's good for you right now or even at some later time. If you know of someone else that might be interested, please feel free to send them to this video as well. Um, all right, so the Mastermind Group. Um, the Mastermind Group. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you first what the group is. All right, in my opinion, what this Mastermind Group really is, and there's a bunch of check marks for that. And then I'm going to mention who I think is the perfect professional for this group, if there is such a thing. I think that's a good topic to cover because uh, that's what people wonder. Is this right for me? How do I know if this is right for me? Um, and so, even though I'm not sure there is a perfect professional, I can definitely answer to that question. So, I'm going to cover that today also. And then how it works. And not only how members of the group say it works, but how it's worked for me, even though I facilitate, it does work for me. So, and a lot of what I get, actually, the members also get. And then I'll give you a little bit of an idea of what this group isn't, in case you were thinking maybe it is. And then I'm going to wrap it up with complete details of how this mastermind group runs and what's involved. And lastly, I'll try to answer some questions, either that I have live today or that people, pretty common questions that people ask me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. What is this group? So, the mastermind group it really depends on who's facilitating it. So, for myself, I have set this group up in a way that I see as the most productive, and I want and am committed to people getting something out of this group. And by that, I mean creating some real movement for professionals who feel like there has to be more or a better way or a more efficient way. And that's my goal. So I come to you today with an updo. Hair is up, casually dressed, because this group is not like your typical networking groups where you go and you're best dressed and you have your best hat on and you don't leak your challenges. You come there and you promote your business, and the hope is that people will use you and in what you do in your career. And I mean, networking is perfect. We need networking for sure. But this isn't that. And we will network in this group, and you will get new business, even directly and indirectly, from the people in this group, especially also from me. But it is not because you come to the table every day with all your ducks aligned and everything's perfect. And challenges? No, no, I don't have any challenges. This isn't that group. This is the place to come when you've been in your head for a long time, um, maybe since COVID started a year ago, maybe much longer than that. Maybe you're new at this business, a few years in, maybe 1 year in. Maybe you've been at this business, I don't know, I've been at my business for 15 years. And I don't think you ever get settled in and are thinking, got it, because things are constantly changing. Technology changes, which changes your marketing, which changes your style, which changes everything. So I don't know how comfortable you can get. I'll let you know when I hit maybe my year 20, but I'm not there yet. Um, so so this is really a group where we come, and we are still virtual for a lot of reasons, but definitely COVID is number one. And it's been amazing. The idea is we have one group that comes between 5 and 8 people. We settle into this group, and this is the group we stay with and work with. We meet once a month, um, and it is a small group of professionals from varying fields, but they all share a common goal. And typically, the common goal is I want to get out of the voices in my head and get into action, right? Some of you are really successful. I'd like to say I'm pretty successful in that I do, um, while I still do talk to myself a lot about what needs to be done, I will put it into practice. But having said that, um, this is really about getting out of that constant thinking mode and getting into doing. And no matter who I work with, CEOs, entrepreneurs, leadership roles, it doesn't matter. We all have that, where there's this at some point more thinking than doing. And this is a place where we get into action. And I do that with my one-on-one clients, as well as any clients. So the mastermind group is no different. That's the background of this. Let's get into action. Let's figure out what's going on that has us stuck, and then let's get into action. All right. So that's the idea. Small group of professionals, 5 to 8 people in this group. Um, we have a common goal, but we also have our individual goals, and they both get met. So we meet together as a group, and then you also have one-on-one coaching, which is when you have your real independent time to get clear about some things that are going on for you personally in your own business. Where I've seen that the members have success is they are able to create a sustainable way to manage the pieces of their business. Sustainable, right? Not just it works this week and then next week, oh Jesus, I couldn't, I was too busy. And we are, and life happens. We're not striving to be perfect here. We're striving to find an efficient, effective way to do the business we do with some balance, right? Do you have balance? I feel like if you're watching this video, there's something missing, or you wish there was something more. So either way, this is the group, all right? This is the spot. Not like, this. It's not just talk. It's not just a cliche. Let's get busy. This is a place where we really get down to work. Hence the updo today, because when I come to this group myself, um, I feel the same. We know what to do, but we are not always doing it. That's it. We're just not. We're human beings, period. And we're doing the best we can. But with some simple techniques and simple tools, you really can find an efficient way to do this. I'm telling you, this is not made up, and it's not some secret, some deep secret that no one has yet. It's actually often what people say is, gosh, it's like I do know these things, and I don't know why I'm not doing them. And that's the piece that we get to, and then you will be able to put this into practice. Members from this group often in just a few months have stacked schedules, right? Their schedule is filled, and they're saying to people, I can't help you right now, right? So that's what we want. If we can get some kind of waiting list for our business, that would be great, right? But it's about balance, right? So, how do we balance our life and this business even while the pandemic seems to be coming to an easier, I don't know, an easier section maybe of the pandemic since we first started? It's definitely still here. Kids are still home. Well, a lot of you are still working from home, and some of you are back to work. And there's ways to take these challenges and to make them easier. And that's the point, really. It's a perspective shift. That's what this group helps you do, and also gives real tools. All right. So who's perfect for this group? I don't know. I don't like that word really. Perfect? I don't know. Um, but if you're listening right now, it's probably you. You're probably perfect for this group. I mean, you're here. What brings you here? What's on your mind? What are you afraid of? What's holding you back from doing the things that you want to do? What what does stop you from getting the things done that you know you need to do, that you keep telling yourself you're going to do, but you're not doing? That's the perfect person. You know, these are successful professionals. We know what to do. It's just we could use another place for conversation other than just in our heads. It's not helpful. You know, it really isn't helpful. So, um, in it works. So how does it work? So there are a few things. So the group offers mutual support, right? Obviously, from the group members, differing perspectives. I will bring plenty of different perspectives, but the group does too because we're in all different fields. So that helps. The accountability is tremendous, not just for the group, for myself too. And then the resources, resources that other people bring to the table and what I bring to the table as a coach as well. So there's a lot of collective knowledge in a 90-minute session. And why we run it for 6 months is so that we have this connectedness and these relationships that we can count on, where we trust each other, we count on each other, we can support each other, and we continue to grow. So that really matters. Um, I actually haven't been on video in a while now that I think about it, and I used to do them pretty often. And that's in there was a reason behind it. I've been in my own work, even with working in the Mastermind Group. I set some goals for myself, and because I know every month we're going to come back and talk about what we've been working on and what's working, what's not, I stay pretty committed to what I say I'm going to do. And I put some stuff, big stuff out there this past year. And one of them wasn't producing videos, but one of them was to finish a book that I'd been working on, and then completely stopped. I don't know why, but no one cared that I stopped. No one even knew I was working on it, right? Your checklist would be better if somebody cared about this checklist you've been making. And the accountability piece, even though we don't say, how come you're not doing that? Because that's not our business. But the accountability piece of knowing that I've told other people, here's what I work on, that's what keeps me going, right? So that's what helped me finish my book. That's what helped me say, okay, I'm going to face my fears about technology, and I'm going to create this online workshop so people that need me as a coach but aren't ready for a coach can still get some tools that they need to get busy and productive. That's what got over my fears about creating a podcast that I've been talking about for 2 years. So it does work, and the group every single time, no matter who's in it, sees growth. Usually much quicker than they expected, but it isn't a race. It just isn't a race. It's the idea is to create sustainability on this, making things effective and efficient and easier. Why is this so hard? It doesn't have to be so hard. It really doesn't. So, so let's see. Let's give you some details about what the group is. We meet once a month. I give you all the dates up front. The first one is next Tuesday. I know, that's quick, but you know what? You're home, right? Are you working from home still? You're perfect for this. Block out your schedule once a month from 10 a.m. to 11:30. It's 90 minutes. Skip lunch that day if you have to eat at your desk, right? It's 90 minutes once a month. Block it off. That's Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. to 11:30. All right? It will always be on a Tuesday. I hope Tuesdays work for you, just for this session. And it does run for 6 months, but each month, and you just pay 1 month at a time, but each month you'll get the 90-minute group session with all of us. I will have an agenda in advance. We'll start on time. We will end on time. I honor everyone's time. I will bring a topic to the table that the group agrees we could use some work on. I will bring some tools and resources around that topic. And then also in every session, we'll have some roundtable where one member will get an opportunity to share, some real honest ideas about what's going on for them, what challenges they're being faced with. And that's the opportunity for the group to get to work together, to kind of brainstorm what kinds of things have other people tried, what works, what doesn't work. All right, so that's really valuable to this group. And in addition to the monthly session as a group, on your own schedule during that month, you will schedule a one-on-one private session with me as your business coach. It's a 60-minute session. You create the agenda for that. I will support you whenever you need. So that's your time to really get busy about things that are personal to your own business and your own challenges. All right? And that's every month. And those dates you get to pick. It can be early in the morning. It can be later in the afternoon. Maybe it's on your lunch hour. Whatever you say. Each month you can change that date also. All right? You set that up. And what else? That's really it. It's super simple. It's really simple. And it's cheap. It's $149. And you're going to get a full coaching hour, private coaching with me, one and only, Leslie Geller. And then you're going to have 90 minutes of coaching with the group and other professionals. Honestly, that's a bargain. It really, I'm telling you. I don't know why you wouldn't do this. I really don't know why. All right, so let's just finish this off with what kinds of questions do you have? Is this right for me now? Well, if you're thinking about this job, this career you have, this profession, whatever it is, and when this is going to get easier, or when it's not going to feel chaotic, or when will I finally feel like I'm not running all day long? Or when can I just finish a day and not feel exasperated that once again I couldn't finish my to-do list, right? Those are the questions. And if they keep coming up, then this is the group for you. Will it help? I guarantee my work. I guarantee wherever you are right now, you will create movement around this perspective you have, the way you think about it, and the way you do it. I promise you. All right? If you're open to it, if you're open to this possibility of creating change in your business and your life right now, I promise you it will occur. Period. I have seen it every single time. The only way it doesn't work is if you want it, but you don't really believe you can get it, or you want it and you're not really up for learning any new tools right now or new ways of looking at things, then it might not work. Might not, because you're kind of in this contemplative stage, thinking about change, but don't really want it. But if you've had it, if you really are tired of the way this is working out or not working out, this is the time. We're talking about successful professionals in an honest and vulnerable way saying, here's what works. We're doing some bang up things. I'm doing a great job at these things. And here are the places I keep getting stuck. It's everyone. Everyone. Just not everyone's admitting it. That's all. Not everyone admits it. So if you're willing to look at it head on, and you're willing to say, I'd like to ease up on those challenges. I want my day to be balanced and set. This is what I wanted all along. Then this is the group for you. Stop waiting. Stop being fearful. Fear will keep you small. I have plenty of fear. Ask anyone that knows me. But fears keep you small. We're gonna just dive right at those fears. Things that fear us most, we're gonna go straight at them and get to work. Pull your hair up if you've got a lot of hair because of COVID, or let your hair down if that's what calls to you, or if you don't have any hair, come just as you are. But join us, will you? If you have any more questions for me, you can call me, you can text me, email me, you can private message me. But if you're thinking about it, don't ignore this. Next group starts Tuesday, and I would love to see you there. If we have too many people just for this new group starting, I'll start 2 groups next week. I do not mind. I'll start 3 groups if you want. But we just need a handful of people. That's it. And space is limited, and some people are already signed up. So get your seat. Message me right away to say, I want a seat, but I have more questions. No problem. I'm happy to walk you through it. I'm happy to talk to you about what's stopping you from joining us. All right? This is going to be a great group, and I hope to see you soon. So have a great day, and I hope to see you soon.